Okay, so thank you very much to all of you. I would like now to leave the floor to our last panelist, who is Stefano Negrini. Stefano has long experience in the shipping side, and now he is the founder of a company who is trying to develop solutions in order to give support to companies in the logistics chain to improve their way towards sustainability. So please, Stefano.
Yes, thanks also from my side, Alberto, and to the Port Authority for this opportunity. Indeed, we have a long-lasting experience, 30 years of experience within the ports and logistics, and 2 years ago we decided to set up our own company with a specific purpose to work on the sustainability aspect that is the subject of this panel. So the target of the company is to support and to accompany the customers that works in the end-to-end logistic and supply chain in being able to actively contribute to the sustainable development goals. The previous panels made several examples on use cases, on needs, on ideas. That's exactly what we want to combine into our action. But let's make a step back because to solve issues, first of all, we need to understand what we are talking about. And I would like to introduce some number for the purpose. We all know that 90% of what we use every day flows through the global logistic. And within this 90%, 80 to 85 goes through ship, equal goes through ports. Yet, of this 90%, nowadays, over 60% is still handled in manual mode. Or in the best ways, we are talking about phone calls, emails, PDFs, you name it. Also, we talk about big data, but in the logistic and supply chain, less than 10% of the data available, which by the way are still limited quantity and quality, are currently used for the purpose of improving processes, improving sustainability. So we are talking about obsolescence and obscureness of data and information. We heard the president mentioning fragmentation. Indeed, our business still today is extremely complex, fragmented, silos-based. In average, each shipment involves more than 40 different international stakeholders, languages, standards, and for such shipment, plus than 5,000 interactions are performed. So what we normally say is that our industry is nowadays, unfortunately, still in the Flintstones age. We need to move on if we want to cope with the targets on sustainability that we are talking about. One last set of consideration, because we heard about sustainability, not only from the environmental perspective, but from the social indeed perspective and from the economical perspective. When we talk about, let's say, the economical perspective, we are driven by a number of factors. Here, I just want to highlight, as it was mentioned in some of the panels before, that there is an increasing set of existing and upcoming regulation that all our businesses has to cope with. I will not name it, but they are costing money to our business. From the social perspective, we heard safety, and we are here bringing some number about introducing innovation, cost to businesses, something like 70% of our workforce to be upskilled within 2027. This is a huge chunk of people. Last but not least, logistic is not a one chain, but is a global end-to-end business. 10 to 20% of this business is contributing to the CO2 globally nowadays. So all of these are unsustainable costs, obviously, that we are bearing today. And that's why actually we created our startup, as I mentioned before, with the ambition to support touch businesses in coping and simplifying, as we heard at the beginning, and increase the sustainability. How do we aim to cope with our talk and walk our talk is via a digital platform that we have developed and we are launching on the market for the purpose, which aims to be a one tool for our customers. So simplification at first, because fragmentation, complexity makes very difficult to, even if somebody wants to do something, to do something. So first of all, we want to create one single entry point for our customer to simplify the process and to take them by hands into the journey towards sustainability. So we act as a middleware toward the customers and provide them services via partners. We also heard by the president that collaboration, cooperation is often mentioned, is something we cannot do without anymore. So what are the services that currently are foreseen in the platform? Start, let's say, from the social aspects with what we call Wikilogy, which is an awareness increasing to share with our customer what are the existing tools, standards, policies, and so on and so forth. We mentioned 70% of the workforce being endangered, so we have an academy to cope with this obsolescence and a marketplace to put in relation the professionals and the companies around the new skills that we are talking about. We heard simplification and improvement of the processes. We have two specific features for that, processes and multimodality. Let's not forget that there are also regulations asking us to increase the multimodal shift and the interoperability between the different transport modes. Last but not least, there is a certify that has two specific targets. One is to certify and increase the value of our businesses. And the second one I introduce is a feature that we have trademarked in Europe so far that is able to measure in real time and in a continuous manner the journey towards sustainability of our customer when they use our platform. So one tool, a mean to measure their progress via data science, AI, and many other fancy features that lays on the background. Closing up, what are the benefits of the customer by using our platform? I mentioned briefly before. First of all, is about simplification via a unique tool that allows them to achieve increased sustainability. Being able to see in real time which kind of improvement they are giving to the sustainability. This allows also them to cope the more and more stringent regulations, saving cost, time, but not least, I go back to where I start. Our focus is sustainability. So we support the customer in coping with the regulation, but most of all in contributing to the increasing of their sustainability. Now, let me close up by one saying, it's good that we have here in the panel already active stakeholders and companies that are doing several actions, tackling from many different ways. But many times when we present ourselves, the bottom line is very nice, beautiful, fancy, but what is it there for me? What does it cost to me? Let's say, what does it cost not to act? There are different numbers saying that in the next 5 years, investment in sustainability will grow, will double from 30 to 70 to $60 trillion worldwide. I would say what is not the benefit to the companies if we don't invest in sustainability today. So that's the end of my presentation. Obviously, thanks again, Alberto, and everybody. I am available to everybody that is more curious on us.
Thank you, Stefano. So I would like to conclude this session. I think it's been very interesting to learn from you